Alright, welcome to the 44 tutorial. This lesson is going to be all about turning. So, quick little guide for you. The X's, they're going to be your enemies, and the O's is going to be your teammates. So, just remember that for this. Alright, to jump right into it, let's say you're in a basic situation, right? The game just started. They're 4 versus you're 4, right? Say these two people, just assume everybody's engaging how they should. Let's take this far right duel, this far right 1v1. Let's say that you're pushing up on him way past your teammates. Say your teammates are still here. And say you're kind of encroaching on them. In this situation, you have to turn. If you don't turn, you will get crit out. You must turn in this situation. This is also why it's important to win your 1v1s off the start of the game. If you don't win your 1v1s at the start of the game, say this X player, then you're just basically cooking your team. Alright, let's take a look at another situation. Let's say you have these enemies in a corner, your teammates are putting them in. And then let's say you guys are fighting kind of over here. And if you're losing, you can request your teammates to come. Say you're fighting these. If you're losing, you can ask your teammates to come. But if you're winning, the best situation is to not turn. As long as both teams are winning, do not turn. However, if one team is losing, it's best for the other to turn. And for them to turn, I would say you take the closest guy, and have them run, and take the furthest guy and try and rod both enemies away until, obviously you can't forever, but you can kind of delay it a little bit. So that's what you're going to try and do. Alright, let's look at another situation that I see a lot. I see this a lot. It's just so annoying. Let's say that it's a pretty big team fight. Say it's 3-on-3, right? Say it's your 3 versus their 3. Say, I'm just gonna, again, it's the far right example. Normally the middle guy, if you win, you're just gonna turn either direction. The middle guy doesn't really have to worry about game sense as much. It's kind of mostly on the people on the edge to realize when to turn and when not to. Let's take the left guy. So say the left guy, say he beats up this X. Like the X has to move back to gap. If the X is going back to gap, and he is going to, once again, back to the original OG one, you have to turn, right? The O is going to move up, so he has to turn on this person. The thing is, though, you cannot stay on him. He cannot stay on this person. He must turn back and get back to his original 1v1. Otherwise, say this player here thinks, oh boy, this is going to be great. I'm going to demolish this guy. My teammate's here. He's 2v1ing. This is going to be awesome, right? So he's gonna come over here as well, but then he doesn't realize the other person's 1v1 is just gonna come and jump him after he's done healing, and it's just gonna negate all the damage. So real quick, I just want to go over another example of this is more 2v2 related, pretty much. So say you have an enemy here, and you're like this, and you're like this. Most of the time, and this is the best situation, you want to be on the inside, you never want to be on the outside. So say this enemy, say you get a good rod, and say now you're more like this, and this. In this situation, you want this person needs to recognize that this guy is coming, and he needs to get rodded himself and get boosted back to here to take this fight, and this person needs to go in and try and get a free hit. It works probably 60% of the time if who you're fighting doesn't know kind of, well, first of all, if you're X, you never want to take this fight. You always want to reposition and get beside of each other. You never want to be in this position if you're the X. It's just not winning. So just as a recap, you want to, if you turn, you want to always be available to support your teammates. And you also just want to have map knowledge and understand if other people turn, you want to be ready for that, and you want to be able to get out as quickly as possible. You never want to really take 3v2s. You can take a 2v1 sometimes as long as you know how to like switch your aim, and you can win 2v1s, but say it's a 3v2, you're never really going to win it, or even a 3v4, you're always going to lose that.